Hello, Facebook family. I'm Kimberly Thorpe. I come to you as a relationship strategist. I want to start by saying happy Memorial Day. I hope that families are getting together and having such a wonderful time. But I first want to pause and just say thank you so much, and just express how grateful I am to all of the veterans that sacrificed their lives so that we can experience the freedoms that we experience today. And a special thank you to all the loved ones of those veterans for sacrificing time with your loved ones so that we can experience the freedoms that we experience today. I'm so grateful that my grandfather was a veteran, and I'm just proud to be able to say that. I'm coming to you again as a relationship strategist to talk to you about marriage. That's something that is certainly near and dear to my heart. As we move forward on my future tapings, I'll be talking to you about relationships at large, just period. But today I want to focus on marriage. I just kind of want to focus on just give some feedback on some of the messaging that I've been receiving as a sister, as a therapist, as a relationship strategist. I've had couples, either husband or wife, come to me lately pretty consistently saying, you know, Kim, I am just miserable in this marriage, and I just don't know if I can continue to go on to move forward. Why should I stay in this marriage? And so I really want to answer that. And I want to answer with Ephesians chapter 5. That really is all about the love walk. It's all about walking in love. But it also mentions the responsibilities of husbands and wives that God has given to us that have decided as Christians to get married before God. And the scripture talks about God sacrificing, giving himself for the church. And the same expectation is for the husband to give himself for his wife. So God set the example through his son Jesus Christ, and now he expects for the husband to give up himself. So there's also a responsibility for the wife, because as a woman, I definitely have to make sure that I say that the wife has a responsibility also. And in Ephesians chapter 22, her responsibility, or our responsibility, is to submit unto our husbands. And we also know that submitting unto our husband is a sacrifice, is a sacrificial duty. It's something that we have, in order for us to do properly, we must make sacrifices. So I want to just give about 4 things that I would encourage couples who are contemplating divorce to do. So the first thing is to study Ephesians chapter 5, because it's about love. It's about walking in love. It's about learning what God's vision was for marriage. So if you can study that together, or even separately, if you're not talking to each other, study that scripture, meditate on that scripture, and allow that scripture to speak to you about what you need to do. The second thing that I would ask you to do is to deny yourself, deny yourself for the betterment of this marriage, for what's best for this marriage. The third thing that I would like for you to recall in the scripture and to meditate on is that the scripture that says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against wickedness in high places. Don't see your mate as the enemy. Your mate is not the enemy. Your mate may be disguised as the enemy. It may look like the enemy, maybe talking like the enemy, but your mate is not the enemy. So I would encourage you to not see your mate as the enemy, to put on your full armor and to go after the enemy, the real enemy, with every spiritual weapon that you have been given. And I encourage you to treat your mate, regardless of your current circumstances, the way that you treated your mate the day that you got married. That is my charge to you, to see the enemy as the real enemy and to not see your mate as the enemy. So the fourth thing that I would ask you to do is to remember the commitment that you made. Remember the commitment that you made to your mate, and the commitment that you made before God and to God and your mate. And so that's it. That's it. If you would do those 4 things, if you would remember the commitment that you made, if you would deny yourself, if you remember that your spouse is not the enemy, and if you would remember to study Ephesians chapter 5, which talks about the love walk and your responsibilities, You're going to be okay. Things are going to get better. You will be delivered from those present circumstances. And above all the things that I've asked you to do, the most important of all is to seek God with all of your heart, to find a quiet place in your home, whether that be your closet, your basement, your man cave, your bedroom, and seek God with your entire heart. He said, if you seek him, that you will find him. And I ask that you pursue him with everything in you and ask him to show you who you are and show him what you need to change and how to become more of a reflection of who he is so that you will become more compatible with your mate. So I'm asking you to take your focus off of your mate for now and just put it on you and your relationship with God, and allowing his voice to be the loudest voice that you hear. Allow him to direct you on how you deal with your mate, how you respond to your mate, and be committed to his will and not your own, and your marriage will improve exponentially. That divorce rate, which is 50 to 60% inside and outside the church, will change because of you. So God bless you. Thank you for allowing this time to speak to you and speaking to your marriage. I am praying for you, and I am believing that God is going to improve the divorce rate or decrease the divorce rate across America. I am believing that families will stay together, and that we're just going to honor God with our whole hearts, and this thing is going to turn around. So if you'd like to hear more from me, please go to KimberlyThorpeSpeaks.com, inbox me, email me. I would love to hear from you and look forward to hearing more from me. Again, I'm Kimberly Thorpe, and I am a relationship strategist. Thank you. Bye.